Hi, it's Margie. We are going to create some Christmas cards today. It's not too early to get started. We're going to be creating some fun little Christmas cards that we can send to our friends and family using the Believe line. I love making cards, and I'm going to create a card that I'm going to be using one of the Christmas lines that Bazzill has created. It's called Believe, and it is a very traditional Christmas colored line. It's beautiful. I absolutely love the vintage look and feel of this line. I love the distressed wood and the old music notes, and this to me says the holidays. So I'm a big fan of homemade cards, so I'm going to just create a fun little card, and I'm going to be using the stickers that we have for this line. These stickers are so absolutely usable for scrapbooking, for all your crafting that you do, but for me as a card maker they are perfect because they have a lot on here that work great for cards. So we've got pennants and we've got quotes. They're just great. So I'm going to get started, and again I'm using the new Card Shop cardstock, which is the 100-pound weight cardstock line that Bazzill did at CHA Summer. I'm using a beautiful red, and I'm just going to, again, and it comes in 8.5 by 11, which is a perfect size for card makers because you just cut it in half and you've got 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper. So I'm going to just fold that in half, and then I'm going to be using the 6 by 6 pad that are the design shrunk down, which again for card making is amazing because your design is not, you don't have the 12 by 12 size, it's shrunk down to the 6 by 6, and so anyway, I just really love using the 6 by 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I've just cut some strips, and again when I do cards I probably make 50 and send out, so I try to think of ways that I can really use my paper wisely. So I've cut a 2-inch strip here so I can get several cards from one little strip, and I'm going to just adhere it to, and it's 6 inches. Let me trim that off. Good thing I had my scissors right there. And then I've got, again, another 1-inch strip, so I'll be able to get 6 of these out of one 6 by 6 pad. And that just, you know, I kind of try to figure it that way when I'm mass producing cards, so that I can get as much as I can out of my product. Okay. So I just kind of have the base there, and it's super simple. And then I'm going to go to my stickers, and I'm going to pull off some of the pennants. And I've got Merry Christmas. I've got a fun little burlap one, and then I've got a little, I've got a flag, and I've got a pennant. So I'm just going to adhere those down. These will be actual stickers. I'm using Prototype, which is fun. And this is something that I could create several of these in an hour. Once I've got my design down and I've got my product ready to go, I pre-cut everything and then I just assemble, and it's really simple. And I use, you know, I get my embellishments just ready to go. And then I'm going to take some of the paper flowers and paper leaves that Bazzill does that are beautiful. I use them on everything. And here's a fun little tiny holly leaf. And I'm just using a, I don't want to cover up my Merry Christmas, do I? Each one will have to be a little bit different. I'm going to put that there, and of course I need to have a little bling or some gem or something attached to everything I do. So I'm going to use one of the Bazzill gems. Your holly needs a little button or something there. And then I'm just going to embellish it with, again, some trim, some burlap. I worship burlap, so I use burlap in everything. And this line has a real fun burlap feel to it, lots of craft in it. And I'm going to create just a quick little jump bow again. I'll do a jump bow on just about everything I do. Super simple. And this is another thing that's great for when you're mass producing stuff like this. You can just sit in front of the TV one night, cut a bunch of bows, and have at it. And then this is a product that one of the gals at the office introduced me to that I really love. It's not really a scrapbooking product, but I think it's a lot of fun. It's a wired jute, and I'm going to take that wired jute and I'm going to wrap it around my little jump bow. And then I'm just going to twist it like a twist tie. And then I'm going to curl it with my finger. And again, it just gives it a little dimension. So maybe if I were mailing these, I might not do this. I still might. They might just get a little smushed up. That would still be fun. And then I'm going to adhere it to my card. It just gives it a little wiry kind of fun feel. And then I'm going to take, again, some of the paper leaves that Bazzill does, the holly leaves, and then I'm going to add those to my card to give it a little bit of color. And I use a glue dot to adhere them. Super simple. And then to kind of cover the center of my little jump bow, I'm going to use one of the pretty buttons. These are a lot of fun. And again, there are 4, 8, 9, 10, 12 on this one. I could get 12 cards out of this easily. I'm going to put that in the center of my little jump bow. And the wire. Curly wire. Fluff up my jump bow, and then I've got a really fun, easy, I could make several of those in an hour and have my Christmas cards done in an evening. So lots of fun.